2. I'm going to go live on all 3 of my platforms, but before I do, for Kung Fu Havoc number 2, I'm using the stage name Echo Fang Grey Wolf. That you're the only one that gets that. Everything else I'm about to go live after I glove up, and we're gonna see if this works. So I'm gonna use all of my platforms and see what the hell happens. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Okay. Okay, so Facebook I can't go live on, but my Instagram on the phone that's charged up and my TikTok on the phone is charged up are working. So what we're gonna do is I am going to do some martial arts stuff. I'm gonna talk to y'all about this 3-man formation and pray that my lives actually allow this to happen. So I don't know if you guys can see it. So I'll move them up. Alright. So, you know, I am not about unsafe martial art practices. I'm hoping you guys can all see those things. If not, you will be able to go to Kung Fu Havoc number 2 in like 2 hours or whatever, because that'll set the stage. So the first thing I'm going to demonstrate is probably the hardest stuff, which is bound fighting. I will not reply to any answers or anything until after I'm done, so that way there will be no confusion. And I don't know why, but it won't let me log in to Facebook Live from here. And Instagram is checking the connection. TikTok, you're the only one that's live. Yippee-ki-yay. The show must go on. So the first thing you gotta understand, if your hands are tied while you are fighting, outside of the movies, this will never ever happen to you in your life. Unless you are super unlucky. As far as I'm concerned, no one is as unlucky as me. Alright? Now, again, do not attempt this shit if you have not been trained properly. Hell, you probably don't want to attempt this shit if you have been trained properly. Because a lot of things can go wrong. A lot of things will go wrong. Just like me trying to wrap this thing up. Ain't working out in my favor. So now I have to try it again. Alright. So, let's try to do this properly now. Both hands in. Yeah, keep that buckle in the middle. Loop. 2 loops. 3 and hold. Okay. So now the loop's secure and the buckle is secure so that I can't hurt myself. Okay? The buckle is in that knot. You guys can see that. The buckle is in the knot. Alright. So, 1. Again, do not attempt. If you have been trained or if you have not been trained, fighting with your hands is not impossible, it's highly improbable. And the thing with that is, more than likely, it's never going to happen in your lifetime. But in the events that it does, I am here to show you the do's and don'ts of bound fighting. Because the thing about fighting with your hands tied up, again, can be done, probably shouldn't be done. You normal people, like me, will never be found in a situation where your hands are bound, but if they are, you're going to know that you will be able to defend yourself. So the first thing that you want to know, the very first view, is that you want to be able to escape. If you can't escape your ropes, you at least need to be able to escape the people that have you captive. Alright? I understand you need to be able to escape the people that have you captive, and that means by any means necessary, because you're not ever going to truly want to engage with anybody with your hands this way or tied behind your back. I will also do tied behind your back, but I'm going to do the easy shit first, which is the front. Alright? Then you have sweet tomato grapes. They will come into play, but not right now. Right now you need to understand your escape factor. Your escape factors are very important. And it also depends on what side your opponent is on. Now, if you can see these crates, you can see that all three of these guys are in front of me. And so my best defense is to come this way and run. Okay? Now I'm going to move that center grate into your visual. And I will be behind the grates. Hopefully you'll be able to see. So we have them here. We have one here. And we have one here. Now always remember the most dangerous target you have is the guy behind you. So right now we're doing the guy in front of you. Alright? So you have these two targets on your right and your left. They're the closest to you, so they are actually the most dangerous to you. Now you have your hands tied, so you can still block. Yeah, you can still block. Now, know your blocks. You guys seen me do this before. If not, you can go find it on YouTube. But, you know, you have your blocks. You have your high left, low left, medium left with me, high right, low right, medium right with me. Okay? In that event that this guy swings, boom, boom. You understand? Because this guy's not just going to stand here while this guy swings. That's the reality of it. You're getting attacked by three people. Boom, boom, boom. That way you can stop all three. Now, after you have nailed them, your job is to get the fuck out of dodge. That means you want to run. Now, here's where stuff gets complicated. There's a wall behind you. You have nowhere to go but through these three people. This guy's the closest to you. He takes a swing. You block, you strike, and then you come after this guy. And coming after this guy, utilize your ropes, hit him in the throat. If you know what a loop-dash press is, boom, ride him down. Don't forget the other two people who are behind you. One of them's still standing, the other guy's not. So once you get this guy down, your exit's to your left. Or you want to go to your left, without question. And now we move this guy back behind us. Alright. So now, your exit's this way. No one's near you, but those three guys are behind you. 9 times out of 10 it's going to be more like this. Those three guys are facing you, and your exit's this way. That being the case, the closest guy to you is your immediate threat. Boom. He's down. This guy's right here. You've landed in the position to strike him. To hell with the third guy. You're going to run for your life. Understand? Because a good run is better than a bad stand. Now, timber. Now, to make this more complicated, I want to escape. Let me get this guy off the screen. We're going to get this guy off the screen. This guy is coming at me. I am not a good fighter. My door is that way. I want him that way. I can outside to inside crescent kick with this right leg, but that puts him in my doorway, forcing me to engage him. So that is a no. I can outside inside crescent kick with the left leg, putting him that way, which would look like so. Now, I'm going this way. Because I got him out of my way, I'm going this way so I can make it to my escape route. Now, let's say I'm a screw up. That's still my escape route. I accidentally do this. Now, he's down, but he's not out, and he's also blocking my escape. So, return kick, stand ready to fight. Because he's blocking my way, I'm going to have to engage him. Alright? Which is exactly why you want to do this. and you want to go this way. Understand? Now, the first time I did it, I did a full-on outside to inside crescent. I landed here, shift my hips so I can go this way, which is one of the correct ways. That was an emergency, but it was also a correct way to do it. Now, the thing about fighting and escaping is, if you're not a good fighter, you don't want to fight. You want to escape. If you are a good fighter, you don't want to fight. You want to escape because your hands are tied. All right? I'm going to put these guys back in that formation, and I'm going to put my hands behind my back. So that's going to hopefully explain some shit. These guys are going to be in front of me first. So when there's two, and your hands are behind your back, and they're blocking you away, this guy's my immediate threat because he is the closest. Then this guy. So again, do not attempt this crap because you will probably never have this happen to you in your lifetime. You do not want your feet to leave the ground. You only want one foot to leave the ground if you have to have any kind of confrontation. The reason why is if I jump up to kick this guy with both feet, this guy over here is not just going to let that shit happen. Understand the reality of fighting. It's 2-on-1 and my hands are behind my back. Alright? So, my escape vector's through those two guys. I'm not going to run up and do this shit you see in the movies where I kick. No. Because that's going to get me fucked up. I understand that shit. I'm going to play that shit smart. My doorway is between those two guys. And these guys are coming at me. They're not playing, they're coming at me. This guy's the closest guy. So I'm going to push kick him. And then from there, if I land in the proper position, I want to round kick him. But let's say I don't land in the proper position. Let's say I land off center. Because instead of push kicking him, I did a crescent kick. Now, this guy's still a dangerous threat. This guy is too. He's just down. He's not out, he's just down. So, boom. Now, I got a clear break for it. But this guy might pop back up. So, when I kick him, I need to be on my A game. And I need to be able to get the fuck out of Dodge. Because if I don't, they're going to beat my ass. And I probably won't make it to the hospital. So. Now, so that I can end this and move on to a different lesson. This is the more effective and dangerous training that you're going to need. All right? Because if you don't know this, you will learn this now. My hand is behind my back. I am tied up. This asshole brought me here. Okay? So I can't do anything to him at this moment. Or at least that's what he thinks. However, he is my immediate threat. Even though those guys are dangerous, this guy behind me is the most immediate threat. You want to kick him in his shin, maybe throw a headbutt, or you want to get into a position where I can get all three of these guys in less than 3 minutes. Yeah, this guy's closer. Okay. Now in the movies, that would look cool as shit. In real life, they were too close to pull that maneuver. Alright? You guys can't tell because you can't see the ground, but they literally were too close for you to pull that maneuver. So you gotta fight smarter. Alright? And the reason why you gotta fight smarter is because you don't know what these cats are gonna do. Alright? Same scenario. Only this guy's a little bit further. Now you have a little bit more distance between y'all. He's still in striking distance, they are not. Alright? So again, you want to get the guy that's behind you first. Now my left leg is closer to this guy, so I'm going to use my left leg. I'm going to go and stop that alarm clock first. Okay, so it's 6 o'clock. So my left leg is closest to this guy. He is my prime target because he is the most dangerous person in this fight right now. He is behind me, and I am in the most danger from him versus them. Alright? So, we're going to set this up in a fairly decent manner. I'm going to use my left leg against the guy behind me, my right leg to the next target because it's the second closest, and then I'm going to step to that guy. So it would look like this. Boom, boom, and huh. Now, if you want to know why I went back to my left leg, it's because my left leg landed in the position where I was closest to that target. So my right leg went to that guy, my left leg went to that guy, my left leg went to that guy because of my positioning. The whole point to that exercise there is your positioning. Alright? Now we'll put you back in that same situation, but your hands are going back to the front. Alright? The danger has not changed. The guy behind you is still the most dangerous threat that you have. But see, all the difference in the world is where your hands are and how you are positioned. So again, this guy's furthest away, this guy's close to you. I got a better chance of worrying about this guy first because he's right there. So, elbow, and I'm gonna lock my hands around his neck, like the back of his neck. So, here. Now I have some leverage, so I can judo throw him, but this guy's up on me. Boom. See, he didn't fall, so now I gotta work hard. This guy has a move, that guy's back again. And see, he's still coming back while I'm holding his buddy. Boom, there's a knee. Boom, there's an elbow. This guy's still standing there because he might be in shock. So I'm getting the hell out of dodge. I'm not gonna engage this guy because he didn't move. I also wasn't in a good position to attack him. And you'll have to learn that. Your body positioning is probably the most important thing you're gonna learn about fighting. Because where your body is positioned, which allows them to be in striking distance, is going to be the key to you elbowing, kicking, and then kicking again. Because if they're not in the right position, you're going to be in a little bit of trouble. Alright? This guy's the closest. He's the most deadliest opponent that you have to deal with. You are not going to ever, boom, boom, while that guy's still there. He's your first target. The guy behind you is always the most dangerous target. Now that kick I just did, I don't really recommend because both of your feet are leaving the ground. You really don't want to leave your feet on the ground, off the ground, excuse me. You want one foot on the ground at all times if you're doing martial arts. This little taekwondo shit, alright? I'm going to point out a couple of flaws in that after I do this last little demo here. This guy's the first one in striking distance. Boom. I just elbowed the shit out of him. He doesn't go down, we got problems. So, if I elbow him in the gut and he goes down, boom, the closest knee, boom. Now notice I didn't let go of this guy because I'm going to roll him around and use him as a shield to protect me from his frame. While I'm using him as a shield, I'm going to be striking him because I'm still holding him. You understand? Boom, threw him into the other guy. Understand one thing about fighting. It's not your size. It's your skill level, what you've been taught, what you put into it. If you don't practice, you're going to get fucked up. You're going to fight someone. There's a good chance that you are going to get fucked up. A lot of people will not tell you this when they are teaching you martial arts. I'm going to tell you that shit because getting hit in the face sucks. I don't give a damn how tough you are or how tough you believe you are. The bottom line is really simple. Getting hit in the face sucks. If you haven't been in a fight before, you will know real quickly how much it sucks when you get hit in the face. This would be so much better if I had volunteers. Okay, so training with greats, training with tomato brains don't transfer over to what the human body actually looks like. So that makes things a little bit difficult for me to show you what I'm trying to do on a human body. Understand how that works. But we all have 2 arms, 2 legs for the most part, and you need to learn how to utilize them and put yourself in proper position. Alright? Elbows, forearms are excellent weapons. Knees, the shin, depending on the martial art that you've taken, will be your deciding factor on what you need to do. Alright? So I'm going to do some kamas, short sticks, and this yellow chain thing. And I'm going to end the video for YouTube. And then if you guys want questions and answers, we can do that. But I'm going to end this video on YouTube and start the other video with more weapons, which will be part 2. So yeah, how are you all doing, by the way? Now let me hook this thing